We've got a generation at the moment who are in this sort of never land. They really are lost boys and lost girls, who really have got no place to go. They know it's not right, and they're frustrated by that. The system is fighting to stay as it is for all sorts of inertia reasons. And it turns into a real crisis. And it just happens to coincide with a moment when we really, really, really desperately going to need smart children. And it seems that, just as we're losing biological diversity, so we're losing the ability to produce the maverick thinkers that might get us out of trouble.
I don't think we teach children to think. You want a society of people who conform, first of all, to what you expect for them afterwards, and you want to get children used to having a pretty boring existence. So what better preparation for having a boring existence for most of your life than school?
It's tougher now, isn't it? Because we're saying there are issues coming at us from the future that are crucial, where it's not possible to collect evidence. You wait until there is instability and then say, told you so, or do you model something which anticipates instability and try and act now?
If you're an interested, open-minded teacher, you can buy drugs, proprietary products, dietary supplements, computer games and other devices which may or may not impact on your ability to become sustainably a more effective learner. And some of the vendors are, of course, the inventors of the snake oil. There's a sort of uncritical lack of robustness.
You can't change the pedagogy, then change the buildings, then change the exam system, finally change the universities. They've all got to creep along. I think it's a very difficult problem. Part of it is because we've got no metrics of learning. I mean, how do we know when we've learned?
It's very difficult to measure multiple intelligences. It's very difficult to measure learning dispositions, or whatever we want to call them. Collective intelligence, it seems, is a really important and powerful thing to acquire some skill in. There are different kinds of knowledge that we might choose to attend to. If we agree that at the heart of the new cognitive sciences are notions that you can adapt and get better and that they're learnable, which of them are learnable? Do you need a model for what's going on?
I've got the idea that we are not really speaking about the goals. I mean, what do we want people to learn? And what are we... I mean, it's nice to know all this stuff about your baby, but what kind of a person do you want him or her to be? What kind of stuff do you want them to know? And especially with all the new technology and this converging of new technologies and it going at an even faster pace all the time, that is not only our knowledge about how we learn, but the whole world is changing very rapidly. So that makes it even more difficult to know to what kind of goal you want to raise or educate children, or even what you need to learn yourself to keep up and to deal with all this.
It's actually looking at that individual and saying, are they comfortable? Do they have all the tools they need? It's that philosophy that you don't spend the money until there's a problem. If you look in Europe, an awful lot more schools have educational psychologists on site than you do in the UK, and that's not addressing problems early, but I think that it's that sort of helping people to assess where a child is for whatever reason.